Hi everybody, this is Dimo. Welcome to new video. In this video, we are going to talk about 10 usability heuristic for user interface design. That's a very important topic in UI and UX design. That you can find it in other websites like Nelson Norman and other websites, and in group. Let's go and check them with the examples. Yes, in this video, we are going to check these 10 usability heuristic for user interface design with their examples in a real world and also in the websites. So first of all, the most important things that I really want to talk about is the meaning of the heuristics. Yes, so that's not that they don't determine specific usability rules. The heuristics are general rules of thumb you can follow to help create more accessible, user-friendly, and intuitive digital products. Yeah. So when you use these usability heuristics, your website, your design would work better. It has a better. It would be more user-friendly than the other websites. Yes, you can use it. So let's go and check 10 of them. That's all of them are 10, and let's go through the first one. The number one is visibility of system status. That's visibility of system status. Yes. So I've written something here. The design should always keep users informed about what's going on while interacting with the machine or system through appropriate feedback within a reasonable amount of time. It means that when you're working with a system, for example, when you're, filling the form, when you're doing the survey, when you're uploading something, when you're downloading something, when you do something, the user wants to know that in which level he or she is, in which step he or she is. When the user knows that step, so he or she will feel more comfortable. Yes, he thinks that that's a good system. That's not only for the websites or things. In the real world, it would be it works better for you. For example, when you are behind the traffic light, when the traffic light, for example, when it is red, it has the counter. When you understand that, for example, you should wait 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it's better than when there is no counter on that. You feel nervous, you feel angry, and when you don't know what's going on, what's happening. That really works in the designs. When you design something, you should pay attention to this important thing: visibility of system status. And the feedbacks will appear in three forms. Yes, you can have the visual feedback, audio feedback, and also haptic feedback. Yeah. So let's go and see how many ways do we have in system status. Yes. So I've written something here. The first one is progress bar, loaders or spinners, breadcrumbs, chips, toast notification, thank you messages, and etc. Let's go and see all these things so clearly, so precisely, with some examples that would work better. Yeah. So as you know that guys, a progress bar is can be used to show a user how far along he or she is in a process. For example, in cPanel, when you want to upload something, when you see that, for example, that goes through 100%, that is done, you feel that works and that's finished. Or when you are downloading, when you're uploading, this progress bar is the visibility of status, and you feel better when you see that in which level, in which step are you in. The next one is loaders or spinners. There are some types of loaders or spinners. Yeah, when we don't want to show the wait time. For example, we don't know how many minutes. That 1 minute, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. We don't know that, so it's better to use the loaders or spinners, and that could, for example, use for loading the products, checking for updates, skeleton load. When you are entering to a website, you see that you will face with the skeleton load. And when you are, for example, your Windows or your softwares, you want to use it, you want to use checking for the updates, we use these loaders or spinners, and the user will understand, he or she should wait, but the time is not clear. That's the best thing. Breadcrumbs is very interesting things. That's using for this navigational system. That's a secondary navigational system to move back and forth between the hierarchy of the pages. It indicates the user's location in the websites. Yeah, that's very good for the SEO also. Yeah, and also in eBay or Amazon or other sites, when you go through the hierarchy, you see that in which level you are. Yeah, the user knows that. For example, when he wants to buy t-shirt, he wants to buy jeans, it goes to the, for example, clothes, then men's, then t-shirts. That's the step that used for the navigational system. That's very interesting. It's very practical, and you can use in the too many websites. The other things is chips. Yeah, chips is very clear. That has a very border radius is so bordered. Yeah, to use to display information or to show some kind of actions or filter. When you want to send an email, you can see that when you write to who should you want to send that, you use chipsets. Or the chipset has input filters. You can use it for notice things. Yeah, that's the kind of things that the user can see the status of that things. The next one is toast notifications in your cell phone. When you will have when you get the SMS, I don't know, social networks messages in Windows, you will see that the, for example, some notifications about some applications you have, about the weathers. Yeah, that's was performed by your users that need to be attended. Yeah, that's very interesting. Toast notifications. And the other things, thank you messages. Yeah, you will get that when you spend money, when you spend your time, it conveys that the actions you have done, it gets successfully done, and you will see that, yeah, when you uploaded that things and said thank you very much, then you put the OK button, and that the things, the user will understand the status of the system or the status of the level he or she has done it. And so the number two, so number one of the heuristic was what? As visibility of system status. Number two is very, very important things, guys, because that's match between system and the real world. That's very important. It means that when you want to design something in your application, it should speak the user's language. Yeah, it should speak. I think it's better to use must. It must speak the user languages, yeah, which is familiar to the user rather than other jargons. Jargons is the things that some group of people use those words, yeah. So the user always find the things that want to say that map to the real world, yeah. You should follow the real world conventions. You should follow the real world conventions, yeah. For example, a red color in the real world shows that the danger, shows that the risks and such of these things. So when you want to use this color in your design, it should show these things: danger, I don't know, risk, error, such as these things. And the green color shows safety, happiness, and so. And the traffic light, you can use see these two colors, yeah. So we should follow the real world conventions. That's very, very important things. You should design some things that speak the user language. That should be familiar with the user language. That is very important, guys. Please pay attention to these things when you want to design something. Let's go and see some examples, yeah, in the real world and in the system. For example, when you see Windows recycle bin, yeah, the Windows recycle bin is really look like the real world recycle bin, yeah. In the right side, you can see that is the real world recycle bin, and the Windows has used these things in the software. Or folders. The folders are really look like the real world folders. When you see that, you feel that the feeling is interesting. Yeah, you think that, yeah, I know that works like that. In the folder, I will save something. I will put something. Yeah. So the work of that, the function of that is that. Or the calculator. Yeah, the real world calculator, and it's really look like the calculator you have in your cell phone, in your PC world, or the button, for example, in the cell phones when you want to put the turn up and then turn down the volumes is really like the real world volume. Pin features in the social network applications like WhatsApp, like Telegram, like things that's look like the real world pins. Or the other objects like save, print, home, search button. When you see that magnifier, when you see that object, you think, yeah, I want to search something, because in the real world, when you use that object, you use it for searching something. So up to here, that's the number three of the heuristic design. Number two was match the real world. Number one, show the system status. And number three is user control and freedom. Guys, everyone loves control and freedom over the things. When you have the control over something, you feel free, you feel interesting, you feel excited. So try to design your applications, try to design your websites or these things that give the control to the user to perform some actions. Yeah. When the user made a mistake, you should give the ability to undo and redo that. User want to do these things. Yeah. When the user cannot do that, so leave the application, close the websites. Yeah. I said, what's that? I hate this damn thing. Yeah. So we shouldn't let the users feel sad, worried, or guilty, or feeling frustrated. That is very important. We should pay attention to the user feelings. We should give the user control and freedom. So, like for example, in Word document, when you write something wrong with Control Z and Control Z and Control Y, you can undo and redo. Windows has a restore. Yeah, when you delete something unintentionally, but not shift deleting, but the delete, so you can go into the Windows and you can restore that. When you download something, you can cancel the download. Support undo redo. Yeah, show the ways to exit the current interaction, like cancel button. Yeah, for example, when you have the photos in your gallery, you can put the favorite. Yeah, user has this control. Yeah, these are the things that the user feel interesting. When you want to buy something in the, for example, Amazon, eBay, these websites, so you have the control to add one more, two, three things, and to add in your basket. So user should feel free and have the control of the system. Number 4, consistency and standards. That's also very important, guys. Yeah, system should never confuse the user by using different words. You must not confuse the user. Okay, we should follow the platforms and industry convention that's look like they match the system real world. Yeah, that's things. For example, when you're clicking the home icons on the website or mobile application, you know that it goes to the first page. You not wonder what's going on. You should follow the user's mental model. That's very keyword, mental model. It means that what user wants to see, what will happen. My mental model is that when I click on the search icon, that magnifier icon, so I should find something. When I click on the home icon, I should go to the home page, no matter what's going on, what happened. That's my mental model. So guys, we have two types of consistency: internal consistency and external consistency. What is internal consistency? It refers to the product or family products. For example, Office products, yeah, or Adobe products or such of these things. They have, and in the right side, I have some pictures, yeah. That's their navigation menu. That's menu. They look like each other. In the Office applications, I don't know, the files, the tab bars, the toolbars, they are the same. That's internal consistency. You know that when you download the application, when you use an application from a group of family of application, you know that how to work with them. They look like each other. That's internal consistency. But the external consistency refers to the mental model of the user familiarity of the elements. As I said, home icon, card icon, and the e-commerce search bar on the top of the websites. Yeah, websites as all websites, they have the header. In the header, you see, for example, login, signing, logo. You know that when you click on the logo, you will go to the first page of that. Yeah, that's really clear with your mental model. That's that's about the Jacob's law. I've written here. I have another videos about the UX laws and talk about the Jacob laws. But Jacob law said that the users spend their times in other websites than yours. So they want to know that they really expect that your website should work like the other websites. Huh? We shouldn't increase the cognitive load by forcing them to learn something. For example, when you're clicking on the home icon, the user shouldn't feel that, what will happen? I click on the home icon, I should search something. No, you shouldn't do that. So internal consistency and external consistency is also important. The next, the number 5 of heuristic is error prevention. Yeah, we should prevent occurrence of errors or any situation that leads the users to make a false or any unwanted decision. We should prevent that. We should design something that user not to make a mistake. Follow the mental model. That is very important, guys. Yeah. Also, we have two types of errors: slips and mistakes. Slips and mistakes. Let's go and see what's the difference between slips and mistakes. Guys, slips are unconscious error caused by an inattention, yeah? To avoid slips, we must guide the users or by providing them limited options. That's unconscious, yeah? When you delete something unconsciously, when you delete something in the Gmail, yeah? When in Gmail you delete something and you will face with the snack bars, you can undo that. When you delete something unintentionally, you can go to the recycle bin and actually restore that. For example, I wrote here the mistakes here that's wrong, so the PowerPoint underlined it with the red lines. It shows me that's kind of error. So that's the error prevention, guys. Yeah. Let's go to the next part. After error prevention, yeah, consistency, then we have error prevention. The next heuristic design, let's go through that. The next heuristic design, sorry, slips, we have talked about the slips. Mistakes are conscious, slips are unconscious, mistakes are conscious errors based on mismatch between the user's mental model. So guys, when you see that mental model is very, very important, yeah, we should design some things that not let the users to also make a mistake, yeah, perform an action, or we shouldn't use the wrong things that's not face look like the user mental models, yeah. We lack complete or relation or task system. For example, in the left picture I show you that when you want to enter a password, there writes what's going on. You should use, for example, letters, you should work capital letters, characters, and such these things. Or in the right picture, when you want to choose a seat in a cinema, in a concert, that's everything is clear, yeah. The stage is clear, the chairs, the seats are clear, which seats are selected, I don't know, reserved, and such these things. Slips and mistakes in error prevention. Number 6, recognition rather than recall. That is very, very important, guys. For example, imagine that when I tell you some words, for example, Asian boost animal, Iranian chichili, bird, yeah, what comes on your mind? What do you think? When I say, wow, an Asian boost animal, you should go and search in your mind, thinking about that. Yeah, that's a little bit hard for you. But when I tell you bird, you should these words comes to your mind. Yeah, wings, fly, feather, beak, eats and insects. Yeah. So we have the enough. Our memory of chunks is somehow limited. Yeah, and you don't have much information about the Asian boost animal. But the bird, yeah, elephant, yeah, you will face. When I tell you elephant, giant, I don't know, jungle, Africa, these things comes your mind, yeah. So we should minimize user memory load by making elements, actions, and options visible. Informations required to use the designs, yeah, should be visible or easily retrievable when the user need that. We shouldn't annoy the user. So up to here, there are two types of memory retrieval, yeah, recognition and recall, yeah. Recognition means recognize the information, things are even as familiar in our memory. When I say home icon, yeah, you will see bird, elephant, blue, jungle, you see, yeah. When I say ask your internet and user, you will do that. But recall related information from the memory, you should go and search and bring it, yeah. When you want to check your amount but you don't retrieve your password, you should go and search that because you don't use it frequently, yeah. So in our daily, we use the combination of recognition and recall, but we shouldn't let the user too many times to recall that, yeah. In, for example, Google Chrome bookmark browser, that when you have a bookmark, you don't remember, for example, you bookmark your loved websites, and the bookmarks, when you wanted, you go and bring it back easily in the bookmark. But when you don't bookmark that, you should go search that in the Google, and so that's a little bit hard, yeah. Word recent files, when you open the Word document, Adobe products documents, you see some recent files, you can bring it so easily. You don't need to think a lot about that, yeah. Home icon, these things, yeah. That's very, very important. Number 7 is flexibility and efficiency of use, yeah. The user interface should design in such a way can be easily used by beginners and as well as expert users. So beginners, they don't love to face with too many shortcuts. But when you be an expert user, experienced user, you love to work with shortcuts because you want to do the things faster and faster. That's so our system, our website, our application, the things we design, we should design for both users, experienced users and inexperienced users. Both users should work with that easily. That's the meaning of flexibility and efficiency of use. For example, when you use Figmas, there are lots of shortcuts that you can do your work, you can design, you can draw some things so easily and faster. Yeah, but inexperienced users, they don't like to do that. Number 8, aesthetic and minimalist design. That's also important. How much information is required or relevant to showcase for the betterment of the users? We shouldn't give too many information, too many things in our designs, in our websites. And for example, when you open your Instagram pages, websites, Facebook, yeah, so the things that which you need, you will see them. Other things you cannot see that. So the information you need, for example, you love sports, you see only the things about the sport. That's very important. Yeah, we shouldn't contain the information that is irrelevant or rarely needed. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you should do flat design. It means that you give the most important or the information which user need. Yeah, we should give that to the user. Each and everybody needs relevant, clean, and clear things in front of their eyes, especially in digital platform. So now we have any irrelevant information as a signal is signal, and any irrelevant information is noise. So a signal, relevant is signal, guys. Irrelevant is noise. Yeah, that's important. So relevant and irrelevant information can be measured by the signal to noise ratio. Yeah? And irrelevant information in the interface is the signal and relevant is noise, but it completely depends upon the user's purpose. Yeah, so I have that's one of the websites. You can see that has a high signal and high noise ratio. Yeah, so what if the user only needs to buy a mobile phone from the website? There are lots of things here. Yeah, you can go and provide noise for the user. So depends on the user purpose. That is important. What is the user purpose? Number 9 is help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. That's very important. Design the error messages with human readable language and by guiding and providing the solutions on how solve or recover from it. That's very important. Help user recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. So we have to in one of the number 3 or number 5, we had the error prevention. We should design that prevents occurrence of the errors in the first place, and then creating well-designed error message. First of all, we should prevent it, error prevention, and then design error messages. Yeah, that's very important. For example, good error message should be polite, easy to understand, human readable, precise, constructive advice, clearly visible, less time to fix the problem, and educate the users. Yeah, that's one of the websites. So here you can see the errors. That's polite phrasing seems to be an issue reaching the system, conductive advice, everything is clear. Yeah, when you see this error, you will understand what's going on. What was your mistake? We should avoid the codes. I don't know, the machine codes. Yeah, that the user will feel confused. And the last one, guys, the last heuristic is help and documentation. That is also important. Actually, we don't read so much, but you should prevent help and documentation to the users, even if the system or the product was designed in the easiest to use without any help. Help documentation can be in various forms: app onboarding, walkthrough, tooltips, proverbs, videos, chatbots, about us, in the things. Yeah, or in the real world, for example, when you buy a washing machine, you will have a notebook. In the notebook, you can see how to work that. That's necessary. Also, the users, they don't really read these things, but we should put them in our application, in our websites, or in the machines. Thank you very much. Up to here that you see this video. Please support us with like, leave a comment for us, or introduce us to your friend. Thank you very much. Till next session. Goodbye. Take care of yourself, guys. See you.